There's some cheeky trombone there. Very, very cheeky trombone. A track entitled Big Burlesque Babes. Of course, prior to that, the single from the EP, Papa Likes It. Now, there's got to be a story about Big Burlesque Babes, my friend. Or should we just move on?
Oh, dear. I was asked this recently, and it's a difficult one. One thing I'd like to say is it's not a one-layered kind of lyric. A lot of the influence of that lyric came from B-movies like, I don't know, Mars Needs Women. Was that a movie, if I remember, from the 60s? And those kind of schlocky, sticky things that bands like the Cramps were into and stuff. And also Robert Crumb. I'm a huge, as I believe you are, a huge
Absolutely.
Robert Crumb fan.
I do dig his work.
The huge dinosaur, brilliant-looking women creatures. I imagine those as well.
He's into the Amazonian kind of
yes, a
big
lot of the imagery is
stuff.
about that, and it puts me in a position, or it puts the male character in the song in a position of fear, as well as lust.
So that was interesting what you just said then. When the songwriting process, is it easier for you to put on another hat or become somebody else when you're writing in a character, or some experiences that are quite obviously very close to you, then you don't want to be quite so guarded about, and you can be honest and go, well, fuck, I'm going to write this about this. Or, as I said, do you find it easier to put, oh, that's a nice cap you have on now? But you know what I mean? Is it like another guy's, can you interpret through that character? Is that easier for you, writing?
My answer would be yes, especially now more than ever. I was probably more inclined to write in a first-person autobiographical sense years ago, but now I like the idea of interpreting things through another character in the third person and being inspired by personal experiences, but taking it to another place. I think Leonard Cohen once described songs as being like the frames of houses. You should just have the frame, the basic structure, the roof and so on, but everything else is up to the interpreter, how you decorate it, what the walls look like, which wallpaper you want to put on. I thought, what a wonderful way to explain songwriting.
But there's somebody that brings in the gardener and everything.
Yeah.
How can you say something like that?
Yeah.
Landscape gardeners, everything he's got organised in this. Now, tell us about the band. They've done an excellent job on the recordings, and are some of those guys in the live band as well?
Yes. Okay, so Paul Fidesz, the drummer, as far as this project goes, he's like my partner. We're equal partners in the business, so we're in this together. We collaborate on everything from songs to artwork to I don't know, the trajectory, the future of where we intend to go and take this. Outside of that, there were a number of people on the recording, 2 people in fact, who aren't going to be in the current lineup. But Dave Williamson is
sax player.
Yep, the sax player, and he's in the lineup as well. We've got a fantastic trombone player, Dave Palmer. He's amazing, and Craig Kelly on stand-up bass, who's equally amazing. So, yeah, I'm very happy with the lineup. We've rehearsed, and it feels wonderful, actually.
So we'll hear, obviously, tracks from this recording. What else will you be featuring on Saturday? At the Rainbow, I might add.
At the Rainbow.
And it's a free gig too, isn't it?
It is a free gig.
How amazing
The
is
good
that?
old Rainbow.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm going back there, Max, after all these years.
I think it's fitting that you do a gig there,
Yeah. What else are we featuring? One thing I should say is that we've got a guest artist doing a set before us who's none other than the legendary Mr. Alex Burns.
Burns.
my dear Glaswegian friend, Alex Burns.
And he's a top bloke as well, isn't he?
He is. He's a great guy. I'm biased. He's a great friend. But that's going to be a wonderful way to open up the show, and I dare say he'll probably get up and guest.
Oh, I think he might.
As well.
Do you know if he's going to be doing any of his Hawaiian stuff?
I'm not entirely sure, actually.
Because last time I was plugging some of his gigs, and I think he was mentioning he was just doing kind of mixture of blues and 20s and 30s stuff. But I remember seeing him at a tiki bar in Richmond a couple of years back. I think when they launched his Hawaiian, what was it called? Love in Paradise or whatever it was. Incredible. Just so nice to hear those. And so the chords and some of the playing so similar. Well, obviously similar to some blues chords because they're using those beautiful shiny Hawaiian things, which are very similar to the beautiful shiny resonating guitars, etc.
And I know Alex has always been passionate about that kind of music.
And years ago too, way before I kind of even knew about it. He was onto it. Yeah. We might hear a couple of more tracks. We heard the kind of up tunes. I think we're going to go into Baby Is Mine and Sweeter Than Sin to close up the interview. Tell us about these two tunes.
Well, you're right. They are quite different from the other two biggies. Baby Is Mine, I think there's an obvious old school jazz influence. You can hear it just in its energy. And look, the trombone soloing by Jordan Murray is absolutely exquisite. I just took it to a whole nother place. Lyrically, it's probably about all those wonderful things like sex and obsession and insecurity.
I'm familiar with a couple of those topics, fortunately and unfortunately. All right, we'll hear a couple of these tunes from the EP. And, of course, you're on Triple R. Max here talking to Steve Boyd, who's launching what's kind of like the CD single kind of on the weekend, but more to come. So you'll be sick of this guy by the end of the year, basically, is what I'm saying. But first...
Sweetly sick.
Yeah, of course, sweetly sick. That kind of sickness that you get when it's just way too much of a good thing. His Baby Is Mine.
My baby is wrong, my baby is right. My baby is gay, my baby is nice. My baby is loose, my baby is tight. My baby is mine, my baby is fine. My baby is red, my baby is hot. My baby is given, my baby is got. My baby is stolen, my baby is bought. My baby is mine, my baby is fine. My baby, she does what she wants and she does what she pleases. She evokes and she provokes, she calls, she teases. She's Buddhist, she is Elvis, she is Jesus. My baby is mine, my baby is fine. Oh, baby. My baby is here, my baby is now. My baby is when, my baby is how. My baby's a promise, my baby's a vow. My baby is mine, my baby is fine. My baby's the answer, my baby's a prayer. My baby's a toll, my baby's a fear. My baby's a hideout, my baby's lair. My baby is mine, my baby is fine. My baby, she does what she wants and she does what she pleases. She evokes and she provokes, she calls, she teases. She's Buddhist, she is Alice, she is Jesus. My baby is mine, My baby is fine. What's your name, baby? My baby is right. My baby is thin. My baby is virtue. My baby is sin. My baby is a loss. My baby is a win. My baby is mine. My baby is mine. My baby is virgin. My baby is a whore. My baby's on her knees, just a begging for more. My baby is someone the angels adore. My baby is fine. Oh, my baby is mine. My baby, she does what she wants and she does what she pleases. She evokes and she provokes, she taunts, she teases. She's born, she's ever, she's Jesus. My baby is mine. My baby is fine. My baby is mine. My baby is fine.